We are asking every Negro to stay off the buses to protest the arrest and the trial. You can afford to miss school one day. If you work, take a cab or walk. But please, adults and children, stay off the buses Monday. Please, stay off the buses. What would make somebody have to say these words? Rosa Parks, civil activist in one of the most significant movements in American history, initiated the civil rights movement. She initiated it by refusing to give up her seat on a bus in Montgomery, Alabama. At the end of this speech, you will learn what Rosa Parks' life was before the boycott, what it was like during the boycott, and what her life was like afterwards. Commonly known as the mother of the modern-day civil rights movement, this story begins in Tuskegee, Alabama. Rosa Louise McCauley was born in 1913 in a small town in Alabama. Her childhood had several experiences with racial discrimination and racial equality. In her autobiography, written in 1999, called Rosa Parks, My Story, she recalls a story from when she was younger where the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan, would march right by her house, and her grandfather would go outside with a loaded shotgun. And she recalls in her book how frightened and how scared that made her. But it also made her realize the importance and how real the prejudices were against the blacks at this time. After her parents separated, she moved to Montgomery, Alabama with her mother. In Montgomery, she developed strong groups against the Jim Crow laws and against racial equality. The segregation laws at this time were in their everyday lives. It separated the black and whites in the bathrooms, in libraries, and in public transportation. The public transportation laws reserved the spot in the front for the whites and the spot in the back for the blacks. And the bus drivers had the power to tell a black person to get up so a white person could sit down. Rosa Louise McCauley became Mrs. Raymond Parks in 1932. Raymond Parks was a part of the organization called NAACP, which is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. In 1943, she joined the organization and became the secretary. Would you be willing to break the law for something that you know is right? Thursday, December 5th, 1955, the 42-year-old Rosa Parks was on her way home from work. On the bus, the white section was full, and the bus driver noticed that a white male was standing. He went to the back of the bus and asked 4 colored people to get up. 3 of them complied. Rosa did not. In Parks' autobiography, she states, "People said that I gave up my seat because I was tired. I was not physically tired," she says. "The only tired I was tired of giving in." 2 police officers immediately came to the scene and arrested her on the spot. 35,000 flyers were sent out to the blacks in the community, notifying them of the boycott. December 5th, Parks was found guilty of breaking 4 segregation laws. The black people continued to boycott the buses. The boycott made the white people of Montgomery very angry, and violence was the result. They burned down President Nixon's house and Martin Luther King's, and the appeal to end segregation went all the way up to the Supreme Courts. The Supreme Court ruled that bus segregation was unconstitutional November 13th of 1956. December 20th of that year, the boycott officially ended. Rosa Parks and her family continued to be harassed, and so they decided to move to Detroit, Michigan. There, she was an administrative aide in a Congress office. She retired in 1988, and years to follow, she continued to do speeches, and she wrote a book in 1999, her autobiography, My Story, by Rosa Parks, My Story, And then later that year, she was awarded the Congressional Gold Medal, which is the highest medal that a citizen can get. She died of 92 years of age, October of 2005. If Rosa did not refuse to give up her seat, America would be completely different as it is today. In an interview by Larry King conducted in 1995, he asked her, why did you refuse to give up your seat? And she said, I was tired of it. As far as I'm concerned, I paid the same fare as he did. He didn't pay more than me, and I was tired of giving up my seat. We are asking every Negro to stay off the buses on Monday in protest of the arrest and trial. You can afford to miss school for one day. If you work, take a cab or walk. But please, children and grown-ups, do not ride the bus at all Monday. Please stay off the buses. These are the words that change America's fate forever.